Could you start off introducing yourself and tell us what you do, what your role is?
Sure. My name is Keith Tully. I'm a business consultant at a Power Ties Consulting Group, and for YMS, I am a member.
How did you start working with YMS?
That's a good question. So I was looking around on LinkedIn and met up with Nija, and she started telling me about her vision about the business and about the nonprofit and what she was doing and how her life story influenced it. And I just really just it resonated with me. I saw that it was something that there was a definite need for, and I just wanted to jump in there and try to help.
What problems does YMS solve?
Well, I think the biggest problem that YMS solves is uh, sort of the thing that happens with uh, youth that where they don't have any mentors. And that's there's sort of an aimlessness and a how do you say their way that what happens with them is that they get kind of lost. And I think what YMS does is kind of save people in a real way where they offer mentorship and activities that are actually helping our youth figure out something about themselves and not only just figure it out, but implement it in the world. And so YMS saves our youth in a lot of ways and gives them experience, gives them good mentors. And I think it is resolving it may never solve it, but it's resolving a problem of um, uh, people just having idle hands and idle minds and they're becoming stronger. Like they say, young men strong. They're becoming stronger and productive in society.
Well, you kind of answered it, but what made you stay committed to YMS? You kind of answered it in your previous answer.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, there are two things that keep me committed to something like this. It's my devotion to family and the change in my community, and my faith, and also Niger herself, because she's a force to be reckoned with, and I love the idea. I love what she's doing, and I love working with her.
What's the greatest success you've witnessed while being a part of this team?
Oh, I mean, so far, the I'd say some of the events that she's held have been pretty great. And but more importantly, I think the connection that we have with each other, both in the organization itself and when you see the young men who are coming into this and that they get to see that there's more to just to being an adult than just you know work and uh, pressure and stress, they get to see that there's another side of it where there's inspiration and excitement and um, community and commitment to one another. So, and I think that's probably some of the biggest stuff that I've seen.
Well, what's a challenge you've witnessed?
The challenge is always a matter of convincing people who don't know who we are, what we do, and maybe a a bit about fundraising. But those things are always challenges in a nonprofit.
Is
So
there anything you would change about this organization?
I mean, right now, not really. I think what we're doing is great, and I think we are trying always to elevate what we're doing. So we can't we're gonna change over time for sure. but I don't think there's anything in particular that I would change now.
Did you learn or gain anything while being a part of YMS?
I have, I think I've just learned, I think I just relearned stuff. Like we know that there's a commitment that's necessary to the youth that we have in our communities, and I've relearned over and over again how effective that is when you look in someone's eyes and you tell them about your experience and your life and whatever, and they they need it. It's important. So if anything, I've relearned that over and over.
Or what does Young Men Strong mean to you, like in your own words?
Ooh, Young Men Strong to me is a place where uh, young people can go and literally find a direction. And if there's anything that Young Men Strong is good at and will be better at doing is the taking on the question of what can I do with my life? And it's not just about I need to get a job or I need to get to school or it's not about that. Even though that's part of it. The most important thing that we're driving towards is how can I shine and how can I thrive? And that's what we're pushing towards with our guys, with our young people.